All right, hello everybody, and welcome back to the Opinions in Dispute channel. And today we'll be talking about a very contentious issue at the moment for Manchester United, and that is the goalkeeping situation at the club. Obviously, as everyone knows, the two goalkeepers, we have two number one goalkeepers in Dean Henderson and David De Gea. And in my opinion, this is not going to work out beyond this season. One of them has to go. One of them has to go. And guess what? I am going to say that the goalkeeper that has to leave Manchester United is Dean Henderson. There is no way, in my opinion, Dean Henderson can grow into the Manchester United number one keeper. He's just not good enough. I have seen enough. I have seen enough. He is not good enough. De Gea this season and in previous seasons has shown time and time again that he is more than good enough for the club. He has won Player of the Year 4 times. He has been the only brightest spark in a mediocre team. And we're what? Gonna let him go for 40 million because we have some young English keeper that says he thinks he should be the number one at Manchester United. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Dean Henderson, time to go. As a wise man once said, it's time to go. And I really do like Dean Henderson. I have nothing against his character. I think he's a hardworking person. I think he's a good lad. He's a good guy. No, not ahead of David De Gea. No way. And I know people might say, oh, you're playing favorites here. I mean, De Gea's shirt is hanging up on your wall just over there. You buy De Gea's shirt, every season. Yeah, I do. But that's because he's the best player. He's the best player at Manchester United. He's one of the best players at Manchester United. And that semi-final second leg against Roma, we were up 6-2. We were up 6-2 in the second leg of the semi-final, and we would have gone out. We would not have made it through. We would not have made it through if not for David De Gea, who turned back the hands of time to his 2017 season. De Gea is the number one. No Dean Henderson. No, I'm sorry. You can get 40 to 50 million for him because he's English and because he's young. He's 24. Get rid. No, I have seen enough. That, everybody, praises him for that Man City game where he picks out Luke Shaw and throws it all the way out to him, and Luke Shaw gets the goal by sprinting up the field. Yeah, fine, his distribution, it's top class. But he's a goalkeeper. He's not a centre-back, he's a goalkeeper. And I've seen time and time again, rash decisions. Coming out, punching out the ball, coming out extremely rashly, conceding a goal. AC Milan against AC Milan in the first leg. Think he's David De Gea in 2017, trying to tip the ball over the bar when it was just, plain old save. It's not good enough. It's not good. I've seen enough. There have been moments, fine, you could say, the sample size is small. But the mistakes, they're piling up. There are too many mistakes. And I know De Gea has made mistakes, but De Gea has bailed us out this season in key moments. I cannot say the same for Dean Henderson. No way. We would have gone out against AC Milan in the Europa League because of Dean Henderson if we didn't have Paul Pogba. Because think about it, AC Milan came to Old Trafford and drew 1-1 with us. They had the away goal. If we did not win that game on a scruffy Pogba goal, we would have been out. We wouldn't have been playing in the final. We also wouldn't have been playing in the final. I've already said this. If it wasn't for De Gea in the second leg, we would have lost that game 4-0 or 6-2 or something, 5-1. we would have lost that game if it wasn't for David De Gea. Dean Henderson, I have seen enough. I'm sorry, I really like him. I really like him as a person. I think he has a great personality from everything I've heard. He's a very competitive person, which I always appreciate. No, it's time to go. I'm sorry, Dean Henderson. It's just time to go. It's not good enough. It's not good enough to be the Manchester United #1. And why do I think that Dean Henderson is getting, all this praise? It's because he's English. If he didn't have that English passport and he was named, Ricardo Samari from Ecuador or something, he would be behind Romero. He wouldn't be ahead of Romero because he's English, because he's English, because they want him for the Euros ahead of Jordan Pickford, because he fits the bill, tall, good-looking lad. They want him over, the weird Spanish guy who doesn't speak a lot. But this makes no sense. Just play the better keeper. Who cares what passport he has? Play the better keeper, and the better keeper is David De Gea. I think I've said enough on this situation. I'm really angry. I'm really angry that certain people say, push for Dean Henderson, and it's clear. The agenda is clear. It's because he is British. The agenda is clear. It's because he is British. David De Gea is Manchester United's #1. And people say, oh, he's 30 and Dean Henderson's 24. Kasper Schmeichel, he had a wonderful performance at 35, and he's been good throughout the entire season. Kasper Schmeichel's 35. I mean, Van der Sar played, he won a Champions League at 39. Goalkeepers can play. I mean, just look at Buffon. Van der Sar at 39. And apologies if this offends anyone, but I think David De Gea has just as much talent as Edwin van der Sar. Trust me, he does. Trust me. I've seen both of them, and I love Van der Sar. He's my favorite keeper of all time, but in terms of talent, they are on par. De Gea has to improve his communication and has to improve his distribution, which at this point, I don't think it's going to improve drastically, but he is our #1. No keeper is perfect, apart from maybe Van der Sar. No keeper is perfect. Yes, De Gea has made mistakes, but that's because he lost his confidence. That's because this exact media that's pushing for Dean Henderson destroyed his confidence, by laughing at him, by calling him out, by saying that he wasn't good enough when he was. And the same media is pushing for Dean Henderson. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. It's so frustrating. Your passport shouldn't matter. The color of your hair shouldn't matter. The way you speak English should not matter. Who is the better player in that position should matter. And I think it's David De Gea.